What is good, everybody? Welcome back. After 5 months, I have finally returned because of the new Roblox game that just released recently called The Forge, and I am addicted to it like cocaine. I've been sniffing it 24/7. This is my glue. This is my crayon eating equivalent of an addiction because The Forge is very addictive. It has over 200,000 concurrent players right now, and if you already don't know what the gameplay is like, it's like fish with all the RNG aspects and dopamine spikes, but instead of fishing, you're crafting, you are mining, and you are fighting mobs. So it is literally the holy trinity, the holy triage, the big three that you need for an addictive game. And it might be frying our veins, it might be lowering our IQ, but I am all in for it. Now, the main topic of this video is basically a guide to how you could get the best pickaxes in order to mine the best type of rocks, in order to obtain the rarest type of ores, in order to craft the strongest armor and weapon pieces you can in this game. For example, this ore falchion has explosion, lethality, critical chance, and burning. And then look at the pantaloons I am currently repping, the mithril pants. It has surge, lethality, vitality, radioactive, berserker, and swiftness. By the end of this video, you will learn how to craft armor pieces just like that. So without further ado, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it useful, please like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and comment while you're there because it will help me out a ton and it's all free to do. So let's begin by showing you guys where to get the pickaxes in order to get these materials needed for crafting. Now, the first pickaxe is going to be the magmite pickaxe, or the magma pickaxe. I forgot what it's specifically called, but head through the cannon, which allows you to enter the ruined cave. It's just a quicker method instead of just running over here, and then stick to the right hand side where the danger sign is and keep on going this way towards the ashen passages, and then go ahead and continue going straight, and then you'll see a magma pickaxe in front of you that costs 150,000 gold, has a mining power of 135, has a luck boost of 46%, and has 2 extra rune slots. Now, the rune slots, if you already don't know what they do, they allow you to put shards like the miner shards, which have different buffs like luck and mining power. Now, the second pickaxe is actually a special type of pickaxe and kind of secret to those who don't know about it. In order to get this one, you need to head over to the first island, which is the Stonewake Cross, and you have to do the Bard quest. Let me head on over there really quickly to show you guys how to do it. Now, once you've entered the Stonewake's Cross, on the right hand side near campfire, there's an NPC called the Bard, and this NPC will have you do a quest where you find his guitar. But once you have that quest, head on over to the cave, stick to the left hand side right here, and then you'll see this little bush where there's a patch of grass, and you can just jump straight in. Now, in this tiny cave, there's going to be a skeleton which doesn't do anything, but then the guitar will be right here that you could pick up for the Bard quest. Go ahead and pick that up and head on outside with the ladder. Once you have the guitar, go ahead and talk to the Bard again, and then he'll give you a key as a reward. With that key, you could head back towards the cave and then stick towards the right hand side of the cave. Eventually, you'll reach a gate that's unlockable with a key, and you could use that key that you got from the Bard to open that gate up and enter this secret room where the arcane pickaxe resides. Now, this pickaxe looks absolutely insane, and honestly, it's probably the best pickaxe in the game. It costs 125,000 gold. It has 115 mining power, 10% more mining speed, a 50% luck boost, and 3 extra rune slots. Now, I recommend saving up for the arcane pickaxe because not only does it have increased mining speed, but it has also 4% more luck boost and an extra rune slot, which you could use that extra rune slot to add mining power to make up for the lost damage when you're not using the magma pickaxe. So aim for this. And if you want to know how to get the most amount of money in this game as fast as possible, either make heavy chest plates, which cost around 45 ore each when you're actually crafting, or you could just fight NPCs and mobs. All right, like fighting mobs will drop essences. The rarer the mob is, the higher tier of essences you could actually get. Epic essences and superior essences, which even though they did get nerfed, if you sell them, they still give you a ton of money. So continue doing that method. Now, once you've gotten your pickaxe, head on back towards the volcanic, head on back towards the ashen passages in this cave, and you're going to start putting that pickaxe to good use. The best place to start mining rocks at for the best ores is actually in between these 2 basalt veins in the ashen passage to enter a new secret part of the map called the volcanic depths. This area includes the strongest mobs and the best rocks to mine for ore. As you can see, this right here is a reaper. He's really strong. You don't want to mess with him. There's also small skeletons and even slimes that roam around this area. Ignore Ignore all of them if you're not farming for money or EXP, but start looking for these types of rocks right here, the volcanic rocks. They have 4,500 HP, and within them you have a chance to get one of the rarest ores in this game. Actually, a group of them. It includes the eye ore, the firite ore, the magmite ore, the darkite ore, and even the demonite ore, which I haven't unlocked yet. And it's going to be crucial in getting these because later on I'll tell you about traits when crafting. I'm going to go ahead and time lapse a clip of me just mining to show you guys the drops I could get from this. A quick little tip: if you want to just auto click without actually auto clicking, hold your mouse button, press escape, let go, and then press escape again. As you can see, I am currently mining without clicking. You could also head on over to the achievements to get this luck boost achievement, which gives you increased luck. You can also buy the luck potion, which I believe all this luck will accumulate and stack with your pickaxe, giving you higher chances for better ores. And just like that, once you've completed mining, you'll get all the ores, and hopefully with all that luck, they'll be legendary or mythical. And let's start putting those rare ores to good use, which is going to be the forging part of this video. Before starting, there's some key tips you need to know. Like I mentioned earlier, each ore type, especially the rarer ones, will have different traits. As you can see on the wiki, the demonite has a 50% chance to deal 20% of the weapon's damage as burned over 2 seconds. It also provides a demon backfire passive when used to craft armor. The magmite has a 35% chance to explode and deal 50% of the weapon's damage AoE, and even the eye ore gives you minus 10% health but gives 15% increased armor or weapon damage. So the rare types of ores will have specific traits to them. Now it should say it in the index, but currently for some reason it's empty, so I recommend using the wiki, which I'll leave in the description. Now, in order to actually get those passives, when you're crafting, that ore with that passive has to be at least 10 to 20% of your total ore amount for it to actually craft with the passives themselves. So if you're crafting armor pieces or weapon pieces like the colossal sword and heavy armor set, you're gonna need a lot, and I mean a lot of these rare ores in order to keep those passives when crafting, because if one of the ores doesn't reach the 10% threshold, you will not get the passive. You'll keep the multiplier in value for cash, but you won't get the passive. So for example, let's create a weapon. I have the magmite ore, I have the eye ore, I have the firite ore, and then the cooperite ore. This gives me chances at a gauntlet at a 54% chance, and what I hope to get is a magmite version. I believe the highest resource will actually create that type of gauntlet. For example, hopefully I'll get a magma gauntlet. But when I craft this, what I will see, I'll get an explosion passive from the magmite, I'll get a increased 15% chance damage passive from the eye ore, I'm gonna get a burning passive from the firite ore, and then I'm gonna get a critical chance passive from the cooperite ore. Now let's put that theory to the test. I'm gonna quickly craft this and show you guys the results at the end. And we finished crafting. As you can see, they are magma. And please give us a mastercraft. An excellent 89% chance legendary magma gauntlets that give us 59 damage. It has all the passives that I mentioned. But there you go. Now what you could do is you could go ahead and enhance the weapons or armor piece that you just created, so you could get an extra rune slot on them. So let me quickly do that. And then you could go to the rune maker and add any rune that you want to that piece. So since I already have burning and explosion, I'm gonna use a drain edge shard to give us healing and extra stun damage. So now if we look at our gauntlets, it has 6 passives: lifesteal, fracture, lethality, burn, and explosion. And I'm not going to count this because this does come from the eye ore, which lowers our HP, but still a really decent gauntlet and weapon that we just created using that method. Now before I forget, let's actually put these gauntlets to use against enemies. Now we do explosion damage, fire damage, and even smite damage or lightning damage from my angel race. So hopefully we just kill these guys basically instantly. We just gotta learn how to parry. Who do we got? So let's do the slime. We just gotta parry the bite. There it is. M1, M1. There's the smite. There's the explosion. There's that fire damage, and he's dead. So easy, so easy. Let's try it out on this little rogue skeleton. Parry the first attack. I missed it. It's fine. He's dead anyways. Bro, the gauntlets are so good because they deal a lot of damage. They proc all of the passives. They attack fast, and they go so well with the angel race. All right, now this time let's do the death axe skeleton. We're gonna go ahead and M1 him, parry that attack. M1, M1. M1, he gets postured, but he's already dead. He couldn't even hit me on his second time. Now, finally, let's test it out on the strongest mob in the game, the Reaper. This guy's a little tougher. We're gonna parry M1, parry M1, parry M1. He's posture broken. Let's keep M1ing him, parry that, M1, parry that. I missed it, so we're gonna go ahead and dodge backwards. M1, parry, M1. Oh, he parried me this time. Parry, dead, 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 dead. I got a little low there just because, you know, he parried me because the Reapers can parry you as well. But as you saw, we're dealing insane amounts of damages. I think it's like 171 with all my passives proc plus the gauntlet damage. Absolutely disgusting. Look at that. Oh my god. And before we end it off, I quickly want to get a M2 off. So let's go ahead and parry this and M2. Okay, about 100 damage on my M2. Now with that being said, good luck crafting and I'll see you guys later. Peace.